Good afternoon. Welcome back to Borrowdale Park for the running of race 5, the Soccer 6 merit-rated 75 over 1800 metres. I'm in the parade ring with Thomas Mason, and we're going to chat about some of our selections for the day. Thomas, we've already briefly touched on them and explained ourselves, but let's go through again. Before we start, we have 1 scratching, number 9 Raw Edge, so that makes 8 carded runners. So your pick of the day, and my pick as well, is Windigo. I mean, Thomas, we can't go far wrong. This horse has won 3 in a row, favourite every time. Yeah, I just can't see Windigo losing.
No, look, nothing certain in racing, but you know what, he's done nothing wrong since coming to Zimbabwe. I mean, won his maiden by 9 lengths, came by and beat Slick by 2, quite comfortable in novice plate. And I was impressed with his win last time in the first time into a handicap, and quite a high-rated handicap, 75 handicap. He won a good race, beating Jean's Dancer. And it's the way he did it that impressed me. And you know, Jean's Dancer is on her sort. She has since, I think she's since won from that form line, and obviously ran second today. So you know, that form line is pretty strong on Jean's Dancer, and you know, he's done nothing wrong. And then obviously, you know, Top Shot, the last horse he raced against in South Africa when running 5th behind Top Shot, came by and won his next start. And yesterday at Turfentine won a very good race by 2.5 lengths, beating a good field Top Shot. So you know what, he's been running against decent horses in South Africa as well, and everything ticks the right boxes for this horse to win again. And you know what, they're going to have to beat him.
Yeah, Thomas, I'm struggling to find anything that I think can beat him on his current form. I really do think Windigo is the horse to beat in this race. So we'll move on to your second tip, which was number 6 Parade Prancer, the 5-year-old gelding by Sarge from the Gok and Terzi yard. Third to Raw Edge. He's beaten Confabulate before. I think he's got a decent chance. I think he can run second to Windigo, but I'm not sure that he could beat him today.
No, obviously, you know, I think he's a big danger, this horse. I mean, he's shown some good form here. I think if it was 2,000 metres, I think I'd be more confident with Parade Prancer. But having said that, you know, he ran a good 1.65 lengths behind Confabulate over 1,700. You know what, I think he's a gutsy performance. He always runs a good race, and I think Parade Prancer, he's a big threat to me. I think he could beat Windigo. Yeah,
Thomas, like you say, I think he is a big threat. I'm not sure for myself if he could beat Windigo. I still prefer Windigo. But yeah, then your third selection is from Kirk Swanson yard, number 3 Super Challenge. And yeah, I think this horse is distance suited. You know, his last start over 2,400. Do you think he doesn't get the distance? Do you think he'd be better over 1,800 here today?
Yeah, look, it was a bit sticky that day as well in the going, but Lance came back and said it's just a little bit too far. And obviously, you know, it was the right division to have a go at, and we did look at it. But obviously, in hindsight, you know, it's just too far. Yes, he won a 19, but you know, 19, the extra 500 meters to get the better of him. But in earlier form, he won a good race beating Weedock and Doris. He beat Sacred Tiger in a MR70 over 1900. And then last couple of runs haven't been bad, a little bit below par. But you know what, he's on weights, he's 2.5 kgs better off with the Windigo. And I think on that performance, you've got to respect him.
Yeah, absolutely. And your last selection was number 5, Fluster Island. I do like Lost Island. You know, I think you can discard that last run. You know, he's won over 1,700 before. It would be great to see Gavin McLeod have another winner. He looked great in the parade ring, and there he is going down to the start. Beautiful looking horse. And yeah, I think Lost Island could contend the places.
Yeah, like I said, I liked his last couple of runs. Even though the last run he finished last. The 1450, I think that day the Saweri went a little bit faster than he should have. Obviously went a bit quick, and he stopped late. And he stopped in the last 100 meters and got beaten 6.5 lengths. I think Colin will give him a bit of a chance. He is going 1,800 meters, which is further than what he has been. But he won a 17, you know, MR65, so he's up in divisions as well. But Callum Murray is running exceptionally well at the moment, and I think there's a bit of value of number 5 Lost Island for the minor money.
Yeah, I think he's a decent value bet as well, Thomas. And then, you know, like we mentioned, Say So Tiger, number 7 from the Emmy Bronkhorst yard. Just said his form is a little in and out, but he is a gutsy sort, and you can never leave him out. You know, he could quite easily come and run 3rd or 4th here.
You know what, he's always been there in the outs. And like I said, go back to one of the runs, he ran 5 lengths behind Print the Pounds, which I thought was a very good run. Prior to that, he ran 2nd Super Challenge. He's well off on the way. It's with Windigo. He's got a good turnaround, about 6 kg. So, no, he can turn the tables, but he's a quirky sort, you know, and he's not easy to train at home. But Say So Tiger definitely has to have a small chance.
Yeah, and number 8 Detente from the Bridget Stardolph yard. Also a decent little horse. He's got decent form. Had a little bit of a rest, though, 2 months off. So just a little bit, his fitness is probably a little bit in question. But I think possibly run a decent race and run a place here?
Yeah, look, I will say, you know, he's a nice 3-year-old up and coming for the future. I find it very tough for him to run against some hardened campaigners here, some decent sorts. But as a young 3-year-old, it's not going to be easy. And unfortunately, the stats so far this season is that there hasn't been a 3-year-old winner in a handicap. So it tells you something. You know,
Yeah,
that older horses have become stronger in this country. Obviously, a lot of imported horses from South Africa coming in. So the older horses are becoming stronger, and it's harder for a 3-year-old to win handicap races. And I'll watch the 10 today. I think it's a nice horse for the future. But I think in this field, I think he's going to find it a bit tough.
Yeah, I think so too, Thomas. And number 1, Micah Point, we touched on him briefly just now from Bridget Stidolf Yard. And we said, you know, this horse is down in class. I know he's carrying a very, very heavy weight of 61.5. But his work has improved vastly. As I said, he's a very, very difficult horse to work. And he's actually been working the last few weeks. He's fit. He's super fit. So I would like to see Micah Point run in the placings here today, even carrying that top weight.
Yeah, look, it's a lot of weight to carry for number 1, Micah Point. And obviously, like I said, he needs to come back to his 3-year-old form. And I know his last 2 starts were feature races. EP Champion and the Breeders' Challenge, Breeders' Cup. So obviously ran against the best in the country. And you can see he was way outclassed. So if he can come back to his earlier form as a 3-year-old, he must be a runner. But I'm going to watch him for now.
Yeah, Thomas, absolutely, I agree. He was definitely out of his depth in those races. And I think here is exactly where he needs to be. And yeah, because he's fit, I think you're going to see a much better race from Micah Point. And then number 2, Mahaba's the one horse that we haven't chatted about. And we spoke earlier, and I said that I think that he had a great 3-year-old career, and I really thought we would see more from Mahaba, but possibly got to improve a lot more to feature today.
Yeah, I think he's lost his confidence. He needs to come back to his best, and for me, he has to pass him by.
So our selections, we're going to stick with number 4, Windigo, from number 6, Parade Prancer, number 3, Super Challenge, and 5, Lost Island. You happy with those?
I think those are the principal runners, and obviously, like I said, we're all waiting to see whether Windigo can do 4 in a row, and we see how he does.
Yeah, I think he will, Thomas. I'm pretty confident that he will. I don't think there's much that can beat him today.
Sorry, I was just looking at Windigo walking down at the start, and he looks
Thomas is
very
bowled
well.
over by Windigo.
And he looks on his toes down there, sweating him a bit, but that's not what he normally does. And, he's horse always has been a bit sweaty. He's a bit a nervous sort, but his racing style doesn't seem to worry him at all. And obviously, great support for Colin to bring horses to Zimbabwe, and hopefully he continues his good run.
I see they're about to load, Thomas, so we'll cross over to Ngoni to commentate the race for us.
Mahaba's gone in. Alongside Say So Tiger. Lost Island. Daytime's gone in. Windigo's up next. Parade Prancer. Parade Prancer's gone in. Super Challenge up next. Micah Point. Micah Point faces up. Goes on. Just to close the back gate on Micah Point. Micah Point is ready. We're all set. And away they go from that 1800 meter marker. Lost Island was one of the very first to show, shoots up ahead and goes on to the sharp end of affairs. Back in second is the favourite Windigo. Dropping in after that was Parade Prancer. Towards the outside of them was Micah Point. Then a length back to Détente, who's on the rail. Dropping in behind those was Say So Tiger. And towards the back of the field was Super Challenge. They make their way now down the back straight towards the 1100 meter marker. It's out in front, Lost Island. From back in second then was Micah Point in that red jacket. Dropping in after that then was the Black Silks of Windigo. It settles into third position down on that rail. Say So Tiger's in fourth position. It's got about 5 lengths to make up. Then a length back to Détente, Parade Prancer. In behind those was Mahaba, and towards the back of the field and was Super Challenge. So they travel now with 800 meters to go. Out in front still is Lost Island. Conceals a lead of about 2 lengths. From back in second was Windigo. As they prepare now to turn left, handed for home. Out in third position was a Super Challenge. Then a length back to Micah Point. Dropping in behind those was Mer Harbour. Then a length back to Parade Prancer. Say So Tiger is at the back of the field. They turn in for home now. Lost Island is led from the start. Back in second position, Windigo begins to be pushed up down on the inside of runners. Down on the outside of them then was Mer Harbour, dropping in after that then with the yellow cap, with the red caps Detente. Past the 300 meter marker they go. Lost Island is losing steam, but Windigo now quickens up and goes on to take the lead. It's Windigo from back in second. Lost Island Super Challenge is in third position, but Windigo continues rolling. He's clear by 3 lengths. Windigo Super Challenge mounts a late challenge, but it's too late because Windigo's won this. Super Challenge will get second position. Third will go to Lost Island, just ahead of Mer Harbour and Parade Prancer. Favourite back is not going to be disappointed. The number 4 Windigo confirms with Francois Herholdt. It's the 4th victory in a row for this 4-year-old Windrush gelding, and wins very nicely indeed. Number 4 Windigo with the victory. Second will go to Super Challenge, who mounted a late challenge, but nowhere near enough to catching the number 4. And Lost Island will just cling on for that third position ahead of Mer Harbour. So that's the head-on of the number 4 Windigo on the inside, winning as he likes. Number 4 Windigo with the victory in the 5th. And that's it from Borrowdale. It's back to the studio.
Windigo has won a very good race here in the 5th of the afternoon. And Francie, you've got to know this guy now, and it's 4 in a row, but today it was impressive.
Yes, thanks, Thomas. You know what, he's a very easy ride. He makes the task so much easier riding him. I came off a good draw. Kirk said to me, "Get 1 or 2 to lead you." He came out quite quick. The light on my inside had a bit of work to go in front of me. I got him in behind. Colin made quite a good pace. I was sitting second, but comfortably. Sometimes he can overdo it a bit, but with the pace being on today, he was quite relaxed. And what's nice about him, he quickens very quick. So we went his race probably off the turn when he quickens and leaves the other horses standing. But like I said, now he's won 18 before quite well. Over 16, battles a little bit. Gets like at the end only gets going, but he wins today back to the 1800. He won well again. Kirk said to me he may have near run a bit, but he showed that he looks after himself, and thanks to Kirk and to Mr. Bird, you know.
Yeah, and obviously it was, like I said, Colin had a nice pace there up front, and going down the hill, he started cooking the pace, which suited you because it ended up being almost like a grass gallop.
Yes, very much. You know, but I didn't have to do much. I had to wait for the straight, knowing how he quickens. I knew that obviously the horses behind me would be way behind because of the way Colin picked the pace up. I took that to my advantage. I asked him for an effort quite early off the turn, and he quickened away, and he went well.
Needing it a little bit?
Yes, and I didn't know that he hadn't run for a while or hadn't worked for a while, but Kirk said to me after the race. So on that, it was a very good one.
Congratulations, well done. And it's never easy to win 4 in a row on a horse. Doesn't matter where you're racing in the world.
No, you know, it's competitive here. You know, you're racing against competitive horses as well. So to win 4 in a row anyway, like I say, it's a good feat, and it's a good feat to the trainer as well. To you guys doing the work, thanks very much.
Well done.
Sure, thanks. My wife, kids at home. This one's for you.
The winning jockey, Francois Herholdt here, winning 4 in a row now on Windigo, and the winning trainer, Kirk Swanson. Kirk, congratulations.
Yeah, Tom, a nice horse. Big thank you to Colin and Sylvia. They sent him to me as a maiden, and he came in great nick from Warraby Sage. Thank you to him. We gave him a little bit of a break after his last win. Thank you to Debbie for looking after him while at the house, and he's come back in good nick, and only been back in training for about 3.5 weeks. So I thought he might just need the run, but he's a horse that keeps himself fit. He runs around the paddock, and he's quite a light horse, so I was quite confident he'd go very close today, and full marks to Francie. He rode him very well, popped the question at the top of the straight and quick and nicely.
Yeah, I thought it was a good win today because he's obviously going up in class, stronger company each time he's won, and he's done it with ease.
Yeah, Thomas, he seems to have his confidence, and hopefully he can keep on in that vein. He's a nice horse, and well done to the second horse, Super Challenge. He also ran on nicely. A bit sticky for him, but he still ran a good race.
Congratulations on a good win.
Yeah, thanks to the whole team behind the horse, and a big thanks again to Colin and Sylvia for the support.
Your winning trainer, Kirk Swanson, and Karen will wrap up the race.
Congratulations to all the connections of Windigo. I think we're going to see a lot more from this horse. He's going to be ready for the feature season. Thomas is going to have him in the OK. He's an amazing horse. 4 wins. Congratulations to Thomas, Kirk and Debbie Francie, and to the owner, Colin Bird. Without our owners, racing wouldn't be possible. So that's your result of race 5. The next race is the Bloodstock 2000, which is our feature race of the day. So join us in the parade ring for a preview just now.